You had to know they weren't going to get through Skull and Bones Day 322 without a killing being mentioned, or in this case a suicide as described. And this one is a Parkland survivor who supposedly committed suicide, and maybe she did. You know, survive all that, maybe you did commit suicide. Well, what's interesting about suicide, of course, is 119 in reverse ordinal, and we are talking about a woman. So I noticed that this word, divine feminine, if I can spell, okay, which sums to 911, is often used in connection with women and women's death, like Jalea Davis, the series that I have on one of my playlists about a local murder who was killed on 11/9. You even might remember that Captain Marvel's plane, if you looked carefully on the tail fin, actually had a 119 on it. Now, Sydney I don't know how you pronounce her name, Aelo or however you want to say it. And Sydney Aelo here is 1044, like one of the 144,000. Right here in Jewish, you know, one of the points on the pentagram. So not an accident by any stretch of the imagination. Today's 322, okay, and suicide is 320 in Jewish, so there's a 3-2 there, and the story said she had survivor's guilt. The survivor's guilt is just another variation of the same numbers, 232 in English ordinal. Now, the shooting occurred at Parkland originally on February 14th, 2018. Why did they wait till today to report this suicide? Well, because if you wait till today, she actually died on Sunday, but if you wait till today to report it, not only do you get the skull and bones insignia down here in the 322, okay, but you see that it's 1 year, 1 month, and 8 days. And what date are we all trying to warn you about? About a tragedy of some sort that's coming, or perhaps an attack or something, possibly to do with the temple? August 11. And by the way, you know that the USS Cole was hit on 11:18 a.m. according to the reports. My brother who was on it said it was earlier, but the reports say it was 11:18. Don't you think that's a little weird, because the Parkland shooting was 17 years after the Cole, and there were 17 dead at both events? But then look at this. She actually died on Sunday, the 17th. Isn't it interesting that in comparison with the USS Cole, whose captain's name was Kirk S. Lippold, and Lippold sums to 223. So what are the chances of that? And Mr. Lippold was also born on the 119th day of the year. Anybody sensing a little bit of overlap right here, right about now? And then, of course, the artificial intelligence reporter here, as I like to call them, because I don't believe they write any of these stories. I really don't. Was named Robert Geerty, whose reverse ordinal value is 170, another 17. But now let's go back to the picture real quick, and look what's on her shirt. Evolution and love. I think I know why they picked this. I didn't see anything with the love part of it, but let's just look at the evolution. Is 47 in reverse full reduction. And of course, what's that tell us? What do we know about 47? That's government authority. That's Republican, Democrat, all the government numbers. White House have to do with 47. And wouldn't you know it? Suicide in the same cipher is 47. So clearly there's a coded message where, regardless of whether this woman actually did kill herself or not, the message is clear. This is ritualistic, at least in its reporting, and possibly warning us about August 11 on top of that. Just like the Cole incident warned us about 9/11. We'll also see, of course, that today's date, 322, is, and I notice there's a lot of dates that seem to have these numbers for some reason, but they're definitely good dates for females to be killed because these are the measurements of the moon. So you take the 108 is the radius of the moon and 216 is the diameter of the moon. Add some zeros. Well, and that's calculated by simply multiplying the days of on today's date together in these fashions. So it's a perfect day for a woman to be killed because women are often coded with the moon. And names like Selene, which actually mean moon, are feminine names. Okay, and a woman's cycle is 28 days, like a moon cycle. You see, so they're often coded along with the moon, especially with these killings. And so 108, is that significant in any other ways throughout history? Well, we do mention it quite often. And why? Because if you take the circumference of a fictional circle that would go around the diameter of the Earth and the Moon together and divide it by 1008, you get pi. The first killing at the Parkland shooting, Al-Hadefa Elisa, sums to 1008. You think that's just a coincidence? It sums when you multiply it out. Okay. Just like Jalea Davis, the local killing, when you multiply her name out in the septenary cipher, sums to 1080. It can't possibly all be coincidence. Just like the Masjid Al-Noor Mosque in New Zealand, the zip code is 8011. Or how on August 19, Launchpad 19, in 1965, the countdown was halted at 108, or that the Columbine shooting was reported to have gone on from 1119, there's the 911 again, to 1208. So you see a 1 and an O and an 8 in that. And again, the Cole bombing was at 1118. On 3/15, just a week ago, there was a hammer attack at London at a mosque, reported to be at 1:18 p.m. So you can say it's all coincidence if you want, but you'd really have to be sticking your head in the sand to say that. So, not a coincidence, more ritual reporting. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.